The design of the G-Series motor graders reflects a lot of consideration for safety, but does this automatically ensure safety on the job site? There are many pieces of safety equipment on the grader, but there is no assurance that the safety equipment will get the job done unless you use the safety equipment that's on the unit. One of the most important pieces of safety equipment is your seat belt. Buckle up before you start the engine. The rollover protection structure by itself does not assure your safety in the event of an overturn. If you're not wearing your seat belt, you could be thrown or crushed. Don't operate under the mistaken impression that if a machine overturns, you can hold on or jump free. That impression may be fatal. Before starting out, make a quick check of the operational controls. Be sure that all vital machine functions are working properly. And listen for any unusual noises and vibrations. It's better to take a moment now than to find out at a critical moment when it's too late to avoid an accident. The backup alarm alerts bystanders that your machine is changing directions. Keep it operational. Even though the backup alarm is sounding, you still need to look behind you before and while backing up, especially in busy, noisy areas. As mentioned, it's up to you to use your safety equipment, and it's up to you to use good safety judgment. As the operator, you have the primary responsibility for the actions of the grader. Always think about what you have to do before you do it. Never stop thinking about what is the safe thing to do, not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. When working in congested areas, reduce your speed. You never know what might pop out in front of you. Also reduce speed when traveling over rough terrain. This brings up another important point. There is only one seat and seat belt in the grader, and that's for you, the operator. Don't carry passengers. Use caution when working on slopes. Avoid turning on a slope. That's when the machine is less stable. Drive up or down the slope vertically. Keep away from the outer edge when working on top of a slope or a side hill. Extend the blade out to the side to move material that is near the edge. When carrying or working the blade at a sharp angle, be careful when articulating. If you articulate toward the blade, it could damage a tire. When shutting down the unit, there are a few simple procedures that you should follow. The machine should be parked on a level surface. Move the transmission lever into the park position. Lower the blade and any attachments to the ground. Operate the engine at half speed without load for a couple of minutes. This will help cool down the turbocharger. Slow the engine to low idle before stopping the engine. If you're shutting down for the day, it's a good idea to lock up the machine against vandalism. You never know who might drop by. If you plan to haul the unit, you should always use caution when loading it on or off a trailer. This is one of the most likely times for a tipping accident. Be sure the trailer is sitting on a firm, flat surface. The bed should be clean of debris. Use chalk blocks against the trailer wheels to help prevent the trailer from moving. You should always fasten your seat belt before loading or unloading in case of an overturn. It is recommended that you have a spotter to help you line up the grader. Drive slowly onto the ramps and trailer. To keep you straight and on target, some operators line up on a board or other object on the trailer. The center line of the machine should be on the center line of the trailer. The unit should also be balanced fore and aft on the trailer. Once on the trailer, move the transmission lever to the park position. Lower the blade and attachments. Be sure the blade is centered under the machine. After cool down, shut off the engine and, as before, lock up the unit against vandalism. Fasten the unit to the trailer in the appropriate manner. Refer to the operator's manual for the tie-down points. Be sure not to put chains or cables over or against hydraulic lines or hoses. Use an appropriate load binder to secure the unit. Cover the exhaust to prevent possible damage to the turbocharger. Also, be sure to banner and flag the load in accordance with the governmental road regulations. Before you haul the machine, be sure of the height from the top of the load to the ground. It's better to know your limitations beforehand rather than learning the hard way after you hit something. As we've seen, John Deere G-Series motor graders are equipped with many safety features and systems, but it's up to you, the operator, to use them. You have to think about every move you make before you make it. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. It only takes one mistake to make the difference in your life or in the lives of others. Statistics show that of all the accidents reported, over 90% of the operators hurt or killed were listed as experienced. Accidents don't always happen to the other guy. That other guy could be you.